Alrighty, good afternoon. First off, sending all the troops from everywhere, from the US, Israel, everyone supporting this invasion, whatever it is. I'll leave that there just so Google can know that I'm still asking the question. Where do I start? I'm going to start at Betfair. Okay. Betfair, I think it was a 2006 High Court constitutional challenge for the validity of an online betting service called Betfair. I think run by a subsidiary called, what are they called? Flutter. Let me look. Come on. Yeah. But basically there was so in Australia we have the TAB, and the TAB is, believe it or not, is owned by the West Australian government. And so they manage the bookkeeping services, racing and gaming. And the biggest question of all was to do with the free trade between states, which I think I'm basically showing that there might be some malarkey going on about the free trade between states, considering this absolutely ungodly Tasmanian alliance dealing in the global opium trade, the global salmon trade, the global gambling, encapsulation, the prison planet, fucking, I don't know, Wall Street digital fucking casino. Where else should I look at how to explain this scenario? But basically what you've got here is you've got a racehorse. Okay. I was never told I'm a racehorse. You know what I mean? I wasn't born as a racehorse. I was born as a human being. But thanks to Betfair's example of betting on the losing horse. So this is the status quo with the Wall Street traders, which I like to spell differently. I like to call them what they really are, is the Wall Street traitors. And so this is called shorting. So betting against businesses, corporations that you think are going to lose, right? And then that creates all this fun friction. You know, it's basically the modern day Napoleonic wars where battleships sink each other and there's ships, loads of people and all these things. You know, money, corporate business structures, so betting against businesses. Now, the reason that was questioned to do with the horses, online betting, all types of things, but let's just stick with horse racing, let's stick to the family business, is that the idea of betting on the horse opens up the chance of killing that horse, become really easy. It's way easier to make a horse die than it is to make a horse win. You know what I mean? And I'll show you. It's like, this is how you make a horse die. There you go, little fella. There you go. You'll be dead soon. I'll put down 200 on the fucking on the Slippery Oaks fucking race 17, that horse will lose. See, there's no press gang at the end to interview the horse. Well, I did get a strange little prick, and then my heart exploded at the final round. So this is the entire historic precedent of horse racing, that you bet on the winner, not just because it makes it, harder to cheat, but because it is inspiring to bet on a winner. Okay? It is good form, whilst perusing the form, to bet on the winning horse, to bet on a winning concept, on a winning idea, on a winning person, on a winning entrepreneur, on a winning everything. And so my claim is that Betfair's precedent, which is already down in courts, is like, and this will all be dragged back up again. But look what we have now, and not with horses. It's no surprise that the Tasmanian Premier, Jerry Rockcliffe, swimming around in all that salmon money and all that opium fucking money, drawing fucking pictures like it's fucking play school about the wonderful fucking thing that the wonderful Tasmania he's creating for you all. But all the time, he's a degenerate fucking gambling addict, gambling on how to kill a fucking racehorse that's trying to save everybody from being imprisoned in a dystopian digital hell. And it's just the amount of connections to this, the amount of things. The fact that my children's mother is distributing fucking Tasmanian salmon with a contract. All of it, every little bit of it. We've got Unicor, the United States slave company, slaves. We've got Google headquarters, and I think for a time Apple headquarters, all in Ireland, creating this fucking nonsense. Why? Why would anyone do this? And this is what we're left with. It's like all we're left with is a bunch of politicians. You know what I mean? They may as well go to the TAB. Any TAB in Western Australia is still owned by the Western Australian government. Just degenerate fucking absolute scum of the earth fucking, gambling addicts. That's what you all are. That's what all these politicians are. You know what I mean? I've threatened so many times, I fucking hate the West Australian government. They've done this, they've done this, they've done this. And now it's now I'm going to represent the West Australian government to push back against this Betfair fucking digital casino scam, knowing that the casino started in West Point federally. You know what I mean? Already showing that the West Point, the original, the birthplace of this concept in Australia, can't even defend itself. It's not even giving up adequate fucking security. You're going to see that in a reality TV show that's going to be streamed around the fucking world very soon, where I sit there every day. It's going to make me feel weird because I didn't know about a lot of this while I was there, but now I do. So like a good Boy Scout, dib, 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 dob, 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 always be prepared. I'm fucking so prepared it's not even funny. And it's like, you're all so criminal. You're all so criminal. And it's like, you've prevented me, not just from distributing my glass, which isn't just glass. It's a guild-based, protection of the trade skills, right? And not just, trying to distribute a dance mirror that, snaps everyone out of this fucking thing. It's like, it's really, really bad. And somehow I've proven some type of unknown human potential of of subconscious alignment, perhaps, morphic resonance. I don't know. You'll have to ask that guy from Oxford, Rupert Sheldrake. I'm going to ask Rupert when I see him. Rupert, this sounds like morphic resonance, doesn't it? And he'll go, yes. It's undoubtedly morphic resonance. The largest display of morphic resonance in human adaptive, herd immunity to liberate themselves from La La Land. You can't bet on a person like you. Do you know what I mean? And no one can step forward and say, "Oh no, that isn't what structurally has happened," because it is. It is what structurally happened. We have a bunch of casinos pretending to be the Crown, and not subtly, like not subtly at all. Like they're literally called Crown Casino. But it's like if one girl got raped in a casino, that would be on the news tomorrow. Supposedly the Crown's brother, supposedly raped some girls. I think he paid some girls to have sex with him. That's prostitution. Some of those girls might have been underage. That's, again, I'm not condoning that. But that is existing everywhere, including the people that win big at Crown and then go to Thailand or fucking the Philippines or Vietnam or Phuket or whatever the fuck, Indonesia, Bali, whatever the fuck it is. And this is all over the internet. I just don't know where all of this is going to land, because although my company's name was glassshop.com.au, none of my intentions were to, it's like I can't, just by the very basic of me running a physical reality business. This is the main thing that we need to understand. This is the main thing to do with La La Land. When someone has a physical window or glass product, right? I can't provide them with a digital counterpart. Pretty simple stuff, right? Glass doesn't exist on the internet. Despite the fact that the internet runs through glass in a lot of cases, in the form of fiber optic, and in the case that you're touching glass on the front of your smartphone, the glass for the rest of the world does not exist on the internet. It does not exist on smartphones, right? So to elevate, see, this is the thing. We're only thinking, it's like the court case was that TAB, the nasty TAB West Australian monopoly is how it was described. So a court case was fought as a federal court case to do with the federal government of Australia about gambling. And somehow some grubby fucking cocksucking fucking lawyer argued that that the West Australian government's TAB was running a monopoly, which it might have been. You know what I mean? But it was a closed monopoly. It wasn't permeating throughout the world. It wasn't being sold on the open market. There weren't people enslaving these fucking TAB degenerate fucking gambling addicts into like the Hunger Games, in which people bet on who loses, to do with a global supply chain of digital gobbledygook. Most prominently, pornography and pedophile fucking content. It's like, when are you all going to realize it's like this fucking device, which I don't have, this device, which Mine was a Google. It was a Google fucking bullshit pixel fucking like nightmare fucking machine. It is hell on earth. It's taken the centuries old craft of bookkeeping, which I'm doing. I'm keeping the books here, right, for the Crown, not for Crown Casino, for the Crown. I'm keeping the books for the Crown. This device is hell. It is hell. The distributors of the digital currency. But there's like childcare workers that are being paid digital fucking tokens that are majoritively being used for pornography, drugs, gambling, like spying, gossip, sabotage, terrorism, torture, psychological abuse, psychological warfare. That's not the same thing. Even it's like the worst things, even that you hear about, like the mafia running Las Vegas and that, or bookies or like Peaky Blinders, all of that. This is so much worse than all of that. It isn't the same. Okay, none of it is the same. This Betfair it's funny. It's like, no, it's not. It's the same as this whole thing. It's like Ladbrokes, Sportsbet. They're fueling. I know the con, and it's like I know the bank con. Now this is the largest thing of all, right? This is the largest crime, and I'm about to say it here. Like this crime, this casino crime, this fucking Betfair thing. Yes, we're going to push back all against this. This will be non-stop. There's nowhere to hide. You can't. There is nothing to do. We have a physical world reality that is in absolute stagnation hell because a bunch of fucking, inflated fucking IOU salesmen, digital fucking robotic, artificial intelligent bookkeepers inflated the world's money supply to the moon and back. In 1,000 new ways that haven't even been explained yet. Not just baseline inflation. And this is the major thing. This is the crime. I don't even need to write it down. This is the crime that started all this. And whoever passed the law, whoever did the legislation, or whoever didn't, I don't know. They've dropped the soap on this one fully. Our entire digital economy, which is how 90%, probably 98% of every single person is paid and pays things, that digital economy was fraudulently built on top of the paper economy, not a gold standard. And with that transfer from paper to digital, there were approximately 1,000 new and interesting ways, yet to be discovered ways. We're going to have to go in, look, and discover the filthy, disgusting ways that people figured out how to hyperinflate, how to fractional reserve the already fractional reserved fucking pile of IOUs and paper and fucking mortgages and securities and derivatives, which is just a mountain covering like one fucking gold coin. It's perpetual motion machine, sitting in everyone's hand. And it's like no explosions, no fucking, no 20-year-long war with Iran. It's like perpetual motion machines. Of absolute bullshit. And it turns out it's like this far lap here, the fucking horse that everybody in Australia, everybody in fucking Tasmania, West Australia, everybody in like everyone across the world bet against, and not just bet against, is like tried to kill, because that's what betting against a person means. So that they could win some fucking tokens at time zones and get a fucking, do you know what I mean? Get a prize. So bad. So bad. Just, it's like, it's simple. We cannot live in a society where we bet against, where we try and bet on the loser. Who's going to lose? That's psychopathic. It's disgusting. It is literally evil and satanic. It is criminal, and it is against the spirit of every single thing, every single foundational concept and tradition that is a hallmark of the British Empire. A British Empire that I wonderfully heard described yesterday by an Oxford Union representative. I can't remember her name. That was broken down with a pen. It was distributed by a pen. It didn't die. It didn't dissolve. It wasn't blown up. It wasn't invaded. It was like we dispersed it. It's like, okay, you can have your country. You can do it all. Yes, let's see. And it's like, this is what you did with it. You built a digital fucking hypnosis fucking super highway that fucking bets money against people, like the Hunger Games. Instead of just betting on it, it's like, hey, you bet on the man that, spent like 20 fucking years in a physical trade, understands the needs of the entire industry, not just the needs of like foreign conglomerates that want to, mass produce product and flood our market with it, with, whatever, so everyone has these ridiculous items. No, it's like, I'm like 1,000-year-long trade-specific protection of our trades. That's what unions do now, but they don't. Unions bet against me at the fucking on sports bet, basically, or with Bitcoin, or with fucking Ethereum, or with any of these other fucking crypto bullshit fucking scams. It's like, the thing with crypto is it's like everyone's sitting there watching Bitcoin and the crypto. They're like, oh, I don't know about this. Oh, it's a scam. It's like, that's the shadow game to make you think that the digital money is real. The digital money isn't real. Your mortgage isn't real. Your car payment isn't fucking real. Your job wage isn't real, because none of it is backed on reality. I live in reality. And you tried to fucking kill me, to cut the fucking cord like a fucking, if I'm holding that red balloon off it. You know what I mean? You're trying to cut the balloon string. Why would you do that? Like with veracity. And why? Because you're betting on it. Have you ever seen someone at the races at the TAB? Let's get file footage now. Let's implant file footage of people losing their minds because their horse is losing. Now let's look at Betfair people watching and losing their minds because their horse is winning. Kill it. Break its leg. Poison its fucking water. God, make sure that thing doesn't cross the line. Hell. Hell on earth. You know what I mean? They literally built a fucking prison system. That gets paid per prisoner. There was such a demand for fucking little playboys, like literal playboys, not playgirls, playboys, by the criminals that they could use as leverage to get them to fucking do whatever it is they needed them to do in order to continue betting against the legitimate horses in their fucking underworld fucking empire, that they got it through every single system of government to the point where they're waiving this shit and basically mandating it. It's so bad. It is so So bad. Nightmarish. Yeah. Dystopian nightmare fucking hell. And my only suggestion is that it's like you get back to work in the real world. It's like I think there basically just needs to be like a lot of funding that was going towards like medical advice, and I don't have any. It's like I don't have a lot of solutions right now. You know, I have offensive action that I'll take against these things. It's like that's, you know, Betfair's pretty easy. Again, London-based company, and I'm pretty sure like that Flutter is again maybe held by Paddy. Let me look just for sure. And I'm a little bit under the weather. Who owns Betfair in Tasmania? Or maybe it is Betfair in Tasmania is owned by Crown. Yeah. Crown Resorts. So that was where I had it. So Crown Resorts owned by Blackstone Inc. Blackstone Inc. You know, the Blackstone is at the corner of fucking Mecca. It's, you know, it's a black round rock that apparently Muhammad fucking touched or some shit, and they stuck it at the corner of their fucking prison cell. I mean, that box, that fucking, you know, cinder block box. So yeah, do you know what I mean? So you go to every fucking place in every capital city, and we've got a Crown. It's like, what? Look what you did. You know, you're all that like, fuck the king, fuck the queen, like sell your fucking entire fucking family 6 generations deep to a Muslim fucking bullshit fucking gambling digital scam machine. Fuck off. Fuck off. And it's like, oh, Prince Andrew had some girls over because he's the prince. He had some girls over and he paid them. Some of them were too young. It's like, yeah, there's someone who's too young having sex either voluntarily or being raped, like within probably 100-meter radius of you that isn't a prince. Are you going to do anything about that? Do you know anything about that, or is this fucking bullshit taking up the entire thing while the fucking, you know, while a company called Blackstone and another company called BlackRock, which is the same thing, is enslaving the world on iPhones and on fucking just smartphones in general, while people are betting against. It's like, of course you are. You're filthy fucking animals. You've sold out your entire fucking, like generations deep of loyalty and all this shit for a Flutter. That's what it's called as well, Flutter. That's what one of the companies is called. And I really hope that, and I assume our intelligence is good enough to have all those itty-gritty conversations with all the people that I'm claiming are responsible for this. You know, where they're like, he'll be dead soon. He fucking yeah. Look at him going crazy. Won't be long now. Won't be long now. We're going to be rolling in it. Well, you never count your money while you're sitting at the table. There's plenty of time for counting when the dealing is done. Never bet against the house. You know what I mean? Never bet against the house. And never build a betting empire under the house. You will get your fucking ass slapped. That sounded too soft. You'll get your ass slapped. You naughty. You know what I mean? You can't fool the foolers. And the best thing is, like, you've made our system look so good. As I've said many times, it's like the Crown gives you a post office, a cricket field, a library, and a courthouse and a jail. It's like a monopoly board. Yeah, it's not a fucking digital fucking 6-dimensional fucking like Fortnite killing video game. It's like Monopoly, I guess. And so, considering this Betfair fucking scandal, tracks back to like, a global fucking like, do you know what I mean? And you somehow the fucking TAB, and it's basically like, all right, I'm going to go in and bat, and then I'm going to enforce that the government monopoly TAB goes national and only deals in gold and silver currency that we mine here in Australia and that we fucking mint here in Australia. And that is how the TAB does it, but it's not called the TAB anymore. It's called Wise Racing. And you have to be at the fucking place to be able to take a bet. This way you might be able to meet your future partner. You might be able to get all dressed up in a long flowy gown and, read some Wuthering Heights so you have something interesting to talk about. And there'll be no need for you to sell your fucking, sell yourself on a strange little fucking device that no one will remember in 5 years and definitely no one will fucking use. It'll be the lowest of the lowest of the lowest of the low. See, everyone fucking, this vape thing. Oh, look at them vaping. Look at them vaping. And before that, it was like, look at them smoking. Look at them smoking. Look at them vaping. Degenerate fucking cunts. Look at that person. He's got long hair. Look at that person. He's got tattoos. Oh, look at this. Look at it. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Global international sex trafficking network betting on the fucking destruction, murder, and fucking, torment and torture of human beings trying to restore their society. Wow. Ugh. Filthy. What a dirty, filthy, fucking Irish, fucking Indian bullshit nest. Probably Italian as well. See, we've got the Five Eyes and they've got the Five Eyes. Israel, not all of Israel, but some of Israel. Pretty common horse racing thing to, the old bait and switch. It's like, it was Hamas. It was Hamas. I'm not saying I have any fucking, whatever on that, but I would look strongly at Israel. And maybe there's a point to all of this. Ireland, India, Iran, Iran so far away, and Italy. And again, I will stipulate, not all Italians. I don't know how to spell Italy. Italia. The Five Eyes. The five alternative eyes. The alternative Five Eyes that thought they could fucking pull a quick one over the real eye, over the one eye. Not my eye, but the one eye that whispers in my ear and says, "It was them. Persecute them and expose them for their crimes against humanity with their gobbledygook inventions of fucking Heil Hitler fucking blow-up fucking toys and digital fucking la-la lands." That's right. The old world order is back. And we're better than ever. So we'll take this Betfair down. We'll take this if blood at bottom of slide stop ride down. We'll keep that there. Where is my money, Google? And I guess all the rest of this can just fucking go in the bin. And we'll put this back up here as well, like at what cost? Because that's the true question. Yeah, La La Land at what cost? I've got to make sure I get the it's all about in the internet on this fucking evil shithole of the internet. It's all about thumbnails, don't you know? Okay, so I've got to make sure I get all the thumbnails for La La Land. That's what I'm doing now. Getting the how do I get them freaking? I reckon that's a good one. What do you reckon? I'll go like that. What a nightmare. What a fucking nightmare. But yeah, it seems like it's all over. It seems like it's all over. How do I end the fucking stream? What has happened here? Now,